Welcome to IlliniGuys Halftime Live. This is Mike Kegley with Kedrick Prince. Kedrick, 47-41. The Illini are down without Morez, with Ivisic being a little bit on the sick side, and with Yakusionis just turning the ball over more than what maybe we would like. When you look at this with Morez out, Tomislav under weather, and Kasparis turning the ball over a lot, I tend to look, I don't know what you guys think, but I tend to look at 47-41 as a pretty amazing deficit considering those factors.
Michael, here's my thought. You're right. The Fighting Illini are fighting. They're competing and they're playing hard, which is what you can ask on the road. They're undermanned without big fella Morez Johnson, who I personally think would probably erase maybe one or two of those shots and make Wisconsin think about it. This is early in this halftime podcast. I'm telling you right now, I come out of the start second half, Kasparis is sitting on the bench. Put him on the bench. You have to learn after 45 games to value the basketball. I mean, there's this stupid adage in coaching. Well, he turns the ball over 5 times. That's, 10 points, whatever the case may be. You can't turn the ball over like that. You just can't. All the time. Sometimes it's going to happen. But that's not why they're losing, but it's certainly not helping. I'm sick of seeing it, and it's not going to change. I don't know. I don't understand it. And I'll tell you what, I'm not the only person, because today was the second time I've seen Brad Underwood. He was very theatrical about some of those passes. He's frustrated, but he keeps putting him out there, and it's going to cost him. Last comment, if he wants him to understand and learn, and I know he's 18 years old, they're all young kids, put him on the bench and tell him until he figures it out.
Sturdy.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty happy to be down 6 with the way they played defensively. I mean, you give up 47 points and you're only down 6 on the road at Wisconsin. I thought Wisconsin beat them to every loose ball. They beat them on the glass. They, what was rebounding 21-11? They got dominated on the glass. Wisconsin shot lights out, and then so I think it's pretty good to be down 6. I thought they got some good minutes from, Ked mentioned this. They were better with Kasparis on the bench because at least they got shots off then. He had 5 turnovers in 13 minutes. So the one thing about that is I think some of that is not all. I thought Illinois got some tough breaks, like weird plays, guys falling down, finding guys for openings. They had plays where just kind of I don't know, just weird stuff happening, loose balls bouncing the right way. And yet they're still within 6. So it gives you hope that they can maybe turn this around in the second half. But kids, I don't know if I'd start him on the bench, but I would have a quick leash with him. And I would just tell him, look, so we got to be more secure with the basketball. I understand you're trying to make plays and things like that, but, and I just tell him, like, if you're going to turn it over, we're not going to put you out there. And, and I will say that one of them, the last one really wasn't his fault because Hummerkaus
went the wrong way. Yeah,
he went the wrong way. He should have gone there, And but still, when you turn, if that's the only turnover you have, it's a lot different. But he's just getting ripped when he's going. He's just getting ripped when he's going to the basket. He's not strong with it. He's just loose with it. One time he's trying to dribble between his legs, do all this stuff, and out in the middle of the court, it's weird. Yeah. And so I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you know what? I agree with you, Brad. Sorry, Mike. I agree because either way, you either bench him or you don't. The only reason I'm saying don't start in the second half because you have a kid like Draven who, for some reason, can't get on the damn floor. He doesn't hurt you. He doesn't do anything different than anyone else. But his leash is quick. So the reason I said bench him, send the same message to him. Send him the same message because you're right. You could either give him a quick leash. I mean, a quick hook. I get it. But sending that message to where like, hey, because the rest of the team will say, you know what, they'll look at Brad and say, okay, he's tired of this bullshit. So now everybody's going to be held accountable. I remember when Iowa was at Penn State, his sophomore, junior year, Brad was furious with him and he did it to him. So I'm not saying it's going to cost him the game, but those possessions matter. And truthfully, they look pretty good with him on the bench right now. Will Riley, the floor is different with him. And we know KJ is a good player. Nobody's saying that. but I just sometimes think he's trying to make the home run play, and I do think he feels the pressure, guys, of having to be the leader. He feels like since everybody's sick and Morez is out, sometimes I think he tries to take on more than what he can do.
Yeah, and we're seeing an Illini team that's 6 for 15 from the three, shooting 40% from there. 46 points.
They could still go 1 for 16 in the second half.
They could.
Oh,
And
here it goes. Here it goes.
You know, but the key thing we see is Illinois has to. They've just got to be more consistent. And when they only have 5 turnovers as a team in the half.
What
just happened? They happened to all be by the same guy.
Oh my God.
I think my opinion. I think the defense is the problem right now.
I agree.
And I get
playing it, Brad.
Wisconsin's a good offensive team. Don't get me wrong; they're very good offensively, but you can't keep getting beat to offensive rebounds, getting beat to loose balls. They're very flat-footed. They don't really feel like there's any kind of they don't feel like there's any kind of like plan on defense. Like, I mean, I get it's like, we're going to do this or that or whatever, but there's not a consistent plan. Like there was a play when Ivasic is guarding Crowell in the post, and for some reason Humrickhouse drops in the paint. And see, here's my thing. Like, I know a lot of people are like, hey, Ben scored 10 points. I thought he actually, other than the couple of threes he made, I thought he played poorly. I thought that was one of his worst games. So I don't look at like whether a guy shots are going to go in or not go in, but I thought he played poorly on the defensive end because he was over helping on and giving up step in threes, which if you look at Wisconsin, yes, Tanjay hit a fadeaway and Klesmith hit a tough one, but generally speaking, most of their threes are just catch and shoot step in threes. And those guys just step in and shoot them. And well, that's why you are in trouble. And so I don't know what they're trying to do. I really don't know what they're trying to do on defense. I know what they say they're trying to do. It's to try and make them shoot like, oh, wait, that's not it. No, they're trying to make them take tough twos. But, they're not really doing that. They're 11 of 19 from 2, 6 of 12 from 3. Man, it's tough to win games when you do
Brad, that. Brad, they've held Wisconsin to 54.8% shooting.
Yeah, that's great. 1.343 points per possession. They've scored on 50. They've scored on 57% of the possessions they've had. 20 scores in 35 possessions. That's not good.
No, I can't be really critical of that. I just think they're a good offensive team. They just went to Mackey Arena and they beat Purdue on the road. I think it's a good team. And Brad, we said it before you jumped on. We're not disappointed because I'm going to be honest. I thought this was going to be a 30, 40-point loss. They're only down by 6, and they're competing.
Only the half.
I know. And here's the deal. Look at the 3-point shooting. I mean, they're not missed some, but a couple of them, I think, cracked the backboard on a couple of them. I think.
Oh, my gosh. Davis had 2.
Yeah, the one that stood for a second.
Yeah, and then Booth threw one. I don't know what that was. That was a 2, but it was like, what are you doing? So I don't know.
Shot put.
Oh,
that is hard to, you Ant Wright forwarded out a highlight reel of Booth last year, and we haven't seen one play all season that would even be on a low light reel. I don't know what happened to I've never seen somebody who played in actual conference games who looks more different than he does.
He's lost confidence, and I don't think they have confidence in him. I'm not, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm glad to hear you say that. But
Ked, do you have confidence in him? Ked, do you have confidence in him?
Well, here's the deal, though. Brad, he doesn't play. I mean, because here's what I've always said. If you would have played him in the games like against Chicago State where it didn't matter, give the dude some minutes because now you need him because you're right. He didn't look that bad. That's the reason that they picked him up. I just think he has no confidence. When he gets in the game, he doesn't look great. He doesn't look fluid. He looks lost. But damn, you got to play him to look like he knows what he's doing. And they haven't. I mean, okay. Jake Davis didn't play early on. Then he started getting minutes. And I'll be honest with you, I like Jake from State Farm. I think he's pretty impressive. I mean, I don't mind him playing. I really don't. But he got minutes, and he knows his hook isn't as quick. Give the kid a few minutes. It's probably too late now in the season, and let's see what he has. I'm not. When he gets in the game, I kind of cringe because I know he doesn't have it.
What I mean. No, I don't know. You just have to. My thing is, like, as a coach, you know how it is. Like, too, you guys got to earn minutes too.
Without a doubt. Well, I don't know about that because I'm gonna tell you right now. That goes back to what I said. KJ is good, but he's not earning his minutes, and I'm sorry. Right now. I think he's been given those minutes because they're not blind. Brad, every one of those dudes got bachelor's degrees and master's degrees, and they've been around for a long time. That dude, something needs to happen. Whatever it is, I don't know.
Well,
But
I mean, the dude has scored 65 points over the last 3 games.
he talking about KJ.
Sure, I'm not sure Booth has scored 65 points in his college career. So
Probably not.
But he reminds me of.
If he scores 65, then he has 67 turnovers. I don't know. I'm sorry. That is the most frustrating thing.
8 turnovers the last 3 games. He just has 5 tonight.
Are you including tonight?
Yeah, he has 13. Tonight, you throw that in there, he's got more. But no, I mean, that's what I'm saying. But I also don't think, he's had games, Maryland, he had 7 turnovers. Nebraska, he had 6. I think 7's his season high. So that means he's only going to have 2 more the rest of the game. So,
look at that question. Ooh, shoot. Brad, you answer that one first, man. I'll go second.
Yours, Brad.
I'll go second.
What's the question?
Would you rather have KJ or Coleman right now?
Well,
I'm going to answer it. I will answer it, but you go first.
I would rather have KJ right now. I mean, I'll take. I mean, I'm not saying I'd like them both. I'd love the Coleman Hawkins that really wants to play because I think he would be a huge difference maker on this team at the 4 instead of Humrickhouse on the defensive end and also there. But at the same time, I think Coleman, they weren't going to pay Coleman $2 million or $1.8 million or whatever it was to play. I mean, that's just not going to happen. So, but yeah.
I'm taking KJ. I'm taking KJ. I think the turnovers, and I've already replaced 2 remotes, which is stupid on my part.
Can we take Coleman over like other guys though?
Yeah, probably
maybe
the Booth
2
guys. Probably the Booth guy we just talked about.
Booth and Humrickhouse. We'll do a 2-for-1 and a player to be named later even.
You know what's hard for me to sit here because when I met Ben a few times, he is the most nicest kid, very religious, soft-spoken kid.
Fantastic kid.
Yes, and then I have horrible, sarcasm comments coming left and right. Then you see him do things in the community, and then he has all these nicknames, Ben Who Brick House, and there's just all kind of names for him out there. But he stays the course. I don't know. I can't figure this team out.
I do feel bad for him. I think he's gotten a bad rap because he does play. He plays really hard.
Mike, did you put that on there?
Yeah, I did. I just love it when people go totally esoteric with, how about Kitty Battle? Well, yeah, I love Kitty
Let's
Battle.
take Nick Anderson too and Darren.
Terrence Shannon, bring him back.
Where's Eddie Johnson at when
really,
we need him? Damn it!
We were talking. I was talking to Coach today, and we were talking about Terrence Shannon. Terrence Shannon is what this team doesn't have. Even a Marcus Damask is what this team don't have.
Well, but look at Terrence Shannon though. Brad, look at Terrence Shannon. You can see what somebody is made of when they get put in a situation that's a turd sandwich. And when his jersey was upside down, Terrence Shannon did not, look abashed or anything. And now he's turned it into a nice opportunity to raise some funds.
No question.
I mean, amazing.
But But that's why we knew people who knew him.
Right.
That's why a year ago we were like, I don't think it's him. Like, I don't think it was him because we knew the kid, the person.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and then we also knew one of the other people that was in the bar at the same time.
Now, here's the other thing. I would also, if that happened to Ben Humrickhouse, I would not think it was him either. So, it's not just
right.
You know what I mean? So there are certain things that so I don't know.
All right. Speaking of that, folks, they are just about ready to get the half started. Since it's an away game, we will be on right when the game is over. So, folks, be tuned in. We'll be here hopefully for the greatest rally of all time, and let's hope this old man doesn't fall.
Let's look, see what adjustments they make on the defensive end. See if they do anything different. Try and maybe get
adjustments. Period.
Yeah, offensive, defensive, and I think first adjustment's got to be, man, they got to get rebounds. They got to get every rebound and stuff.
The 50-50 balls are killing them. You're right. The 50-50 balls.
50-50 balls going on. To only
They're going to have Morez go out there with one hand. He probably.
Here's the thing. I'm fine with that. I'd let him go out there with one hand. I mean, it's his left hand. Right. Yeah, he doesn't need that left hand. He can't dribble with his left hand anyway.
Yeah,
there we are.
See you.
All right, folks. We will be back at the end of the game. Until then, go Illini.